Hello, Green Meadows families and friends, and welcome back to Zooming In on Green Meadows. This week, our guest is Mrs. Waechter. Mrs. Waechter has spent many minutes on the field of Lucas Oil Stadium, broke 3 bones within a week of each other, and learned to drive in a car with a manual transmission. Let's learn even more about Mrs. Waechter when you join us after the break. Good morning, Mrs. Waechter.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Oh, not too bad. You know, these early mornings really get to you when you're doing the zooming ins plus all of your other jobs. So,
All 50 minutes of them for
exactly. So this morning we have just a chance to speak with you. We're going to ask you a question about Green Meadows. We've got a few random questions that you have no idea what they're about. And then we'll give you some time at the end to talk to the community. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right. Well, if you're ready to get started, we're ready to get started.
I am so ready.
Okay, so our first question is always about Green Meadows. So, what do you do at Green Meadows, and could you tell us a little more about your job?
Well, this is my 7th year here teaching 3rd grade. I haven't done anything else here at Green Meadows. I really like it where I am, so I'm trying to stick there. I am just a gen ed teacher, so I have a classroom full of anywhere from like 22 to I think I've had like 28 kids. And I do have some high ability kids mixed in there as well.
Very cool. Well, 7 years is a lot longer than I thought, actually.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's going by quick, isn't it?
Yeah, really.
Okay. Well, thank you for letting us know. We're glad to have you, and we definitely don't want you to go anywhere. So,
not planning.
Let's get started with our random questions for today.
Okay.
Our first one involves food. We have always been told that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. What do you think is the most important meal of the day, and why?
Well, personally, I think lunch is the most important meal of the day. Without lunch here at school, I think my class can attest to this. I would not be a very nice person.
Get a little hangry
I
around
find lunch
lunchtime?
to be important. Yes, I'm very much a lunch person.
Yeah, being without lunch is not good for the struggle bus that we are on some days, and yeah, we definitely need that to keep us on track. The kids need it to feed those brains.
Oh yeah.
There's no learning if you don't have the nutrition. So, all right, lunch it is.
Mrs. Waechter has a daughter in preschool at Blue Ridge. Maybe one day she will attend Green Meadows and she will need some Green Meadows gear. Mrs. Waechter can find that at our BSN sports store, and so can you by clicking on the link in the description below.
Okay, we're sticking with food. We just had our Thanksgiving holiday, and there are a lot of people that have strange food combinations that they like to get behind. So, what is the weirdest food combination people eat that you can't get behind? And on the flip side, is there a food combination that you eat that other people may find interesting?
Well, my family, mostly my mom, and I think even a few 3rd grade teachers have mentioned that they like peanut butter and like pickle sandwiches. And to me, that just sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of both of those things, although I can't have peanut butter anymore, but like I cannot get behind them both together. And let's see, I'm trying to think of the weirdest thing. When I was growing up in church, our youth group found out that if you dip, I think it was like Cheetos in chocolate icing, it tasted actually decently good. So probably that one. It's been a long time since I've eaten that though.
That I have never heard.
I know.
Oh.
We tried a bunch of weird things. Lock-ins were a weird time.
I was expecting, something along the lines of, mashed potatoes and corn, which is, an Indiana
That's
staple.
not
I
that
think a lot of
weird.
people have. Yeah. I still have people around me that can't stand it, but that's okay. They'll just have to
Although
do.
my daughter and I
change.
at home have found that if you mix like kettle corn and Cheetos, I don't know why Cheetos is the common thread, but if you mix them together, it's actually really, really good. So that's something we do at home a lot if we watch movies. So
Well, you might need to tell Frito-Lay just down the street. They might put that in a bag for you and sell it.
For real.
Okay. Would you rather listen to music or a podcast, and what would make you choose one over the other?
I really like both of those things. I tend to go more towards podcasts. I am one of those stereotypical true crime podcast people.
Okay.
So I listen to pretty much all true crime things. And I think why it just like I like the shocking nature of it, I guess.
Okay.
And it kind of makes me realize how lucky I have it. It really puts it in perspective. So
Yeah.
probably for that reason, I'd pick a podcast.
I have definitely listened to plenty of true crime podcasts. I am also a music person.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, I don't know this for sure, but I'm guessing music is how you ended up on the Lucas Oil Field 9 times.
Yes, it is. I was a marching band nerd in high school. So I was lucky I actually got 2 years marching at the RCA Dome before they like closed that down. And then I got 2 years at Lucas Oil Stadium. So
Very cool.
yeah, no, I'm not sporty. So band is why.
I was on the field at the RCA Dome when I was in college at Ball State for marching band, but that's the only time I've been on the field. So I haven't been on Lucas Oil Stadium's turf. But yeah, I figured that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to fictional characters. What fictional character do you relate to the most and why?
Mr. Miller has had multiple students tell him in the last week that their parents subscribe to our channel. We would love for that number to keep growing. Tell your family and friends to subscribe and leave us a comment when they have joined up with us.
Let's see. I would say I'm going to use my favorite book, Harry Potter.
Okay.
Ronald Weasley, I've always felt a certain kinship with. He's like very awkward and afraid of a lot of things. And same. Yeah. And he also kind of like likes to be in the background, kind of. And that's kind of me as well. I don't really like being the center of attention.
Okay.
So yeah, I relate to him quite a bit.
Very cool. I don't usually try and think of answers to the questions ahead of time, but last night I did when I was making these up, and I came up with Shrek, not just based on our outward appearance, but I think I have a decent heart, but it's sometimes buried behind some layers. And
like an onion, yeah.
And I become annoyed easily on occasion by my friends, whether it's the specials guys or some of my friends, outside of school. But yeah, so I think that's the fictional character that I would maybe relate to. So
actually the perfect answer. I really like it.
Okay. Would you rather have your dishes or your clothes magically clean after every use? And what makes you choose that one?
Clothes for sure.
Clothes for sure. Okay.
Like no doubt clothes. I guess I'm lucky in that I have a dishwasher, so dishes are not one of the things that causes me stress very often. But clothes though, I go through so many clothes.
Yeah.
Small children, stuff just ends up all over my clothes. So
toddlers tend to ruin laundry for you. Yes, I understand that completely.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. I think this might be our last random question. If you had to become a dog, which breed would you choose to be, and why would you choose that breed?
All these questions are like, me. Dogs are one of my favorite things. I would probably say a pug just because that's my favorite kind of dog. I also just like they aren't expected to be very like active.
I was gonna say agile, but
person. And like kind of how funny they look is endearing and people like them for it. So I would really enjoy all my weird quirks if that's what people liked about me. And also if they didn't expect me to do much but later would be pretty great. So
yeah. I'm totally fine with the life of a dog. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, before we go, I want to say thank you for taking your time to answer some questions for us this morning. Is there anything that you'd like to say to the friends, family members, community members that could be watching our video today?
Kind of similar to everyone else, just that Green Meadows is a really great place to be. It's one of the reasons I've been here so long and have no plans of leaving. It's just a great environment, and we really do love the kids so much. It's very cliche, but we love watching them grow and we love getting to be such a big part of their life. So thank you to the community for trusting us with your children. We absolutely love them. And yeah, this is just a very great place to be. So I'm thankful.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you again for taking the time to hang out with us this morning. I'm going to let you go and get all of your copies made and take care of your morning duties. So we'll be looking forward to see who we have next time. Thanks again, Mrs. Waechter, and have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.